to Atlanta, Georgia, the Flats. Bobby Dodd Stadium, home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Ramblin' Wreck, hoping to rev up that engine. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the UCF Knights taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. So the opening drive of the game, and you spit it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not to start this offense one.
The play-action fake. Fires to the big fella. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they self-block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And the Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to pass, it's Carter. That's reeled in, it's Williams. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss.
Touchdown! Into the end zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know these guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He has the first and still on his feet. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, It means a lot every single week.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Here's the return. Powers through. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target.
Turning it on. Gets it past the marker. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
And that's why these quarterbacks are just so hard to defend. It's a pass play, he drops back, first down, got to play the whole field up, scrambles around, runs for a first down, new set of downs, new set of problems.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
From the gun, the running back has it. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That's a third down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So third down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage, make it easy on your quarterback. Those two guys able to link up.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Knights are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on third down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. Third and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on third downs.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking downfield, it's Carter. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. To the air on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, UCF!
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Allen. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Rivers. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw. It's Carter. That's caught. It's Williams. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Well, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's when quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes, when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now it's easier on the next down.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Zings it complete to the right. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Now, 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Knights! They went for the big play.
nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
He'll bring it out. It's Allen. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up. Breaks into the open. The 50, the 40, inside the 30, the 10. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. From the gun, running back on the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Wants to fire on second down. Lets it fly. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
And on the free safety roaming the middle of the field, you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. Stop guessing that return. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Off play action. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
The Yellow Jackets come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Carter. Got a man. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully
headed to the end zone. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play.
Ball security is so important. Turnovers lose you games, and this guy has put his team in some tough spots. He fumbled last week. He's fumbled again today.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Leaves it with the back. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. The Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. The Knights are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Knights getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gonna take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Finds the tight end. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. The Knights are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Fires to the right. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Dropping back, it's Carter. With the catch, it's Allen.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Two straight drives ending in fumbles now for this offense. Guys just have to start hanging on to the football. There's nothing schematic that has to change. They've just got to get back to fundamentals, 5 points of pressure, and prioritize holding on to the ball.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's incomplete, and it also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
Quickly to the tight end. Still on his feet. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll send out the kicker here. He'll line line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. One more snap coming before halftime. Rides the back on the option, the give. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Knights will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Allen. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to throw, it's Carter. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Quick release on the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Working that left side now. Touchdown, UCF! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Georgia Tech, 24. UCF, 21.
He'll bring it out. It's Allen. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Back to pass, it's Carter. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman. Taking a shot. try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Firing to the right, complete. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense converts on 4th down. Still going. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time. And he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Yellow Jackets have this offense rolling. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. There he goes. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
He now has 106 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Makes the grab on the left. Gets away from one. He's got space. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, the inside give. Got the first down, looking for more. And the defense finally makes a stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
He's got an open man.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Here comes the heat. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. You saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit. And it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
The Knights didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And I think they'll give him 2 on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll give it to the back. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need...
Touchdown, Knights! The offense cashing it in on that drive. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Allen. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Williams. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Williams. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Finds his man. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. To the air on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense, applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
Finds a tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now on the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And with the lead late in this football game, I expect to see more of this from this offense. And what am I telling my running back, who's already put the ball on the ground once today? 2 hands on the football. We're not fighting for all this extra yardage. Like, protect the football. We cannot put that thing on the deck.
That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Allen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but makes the grab past the marker. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. Fourth down, need a conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big fourth down conversion.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Wants to throw on third down. Back open in the middle. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points, and now they get the first down. You don't.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute the red zone.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
Man, did the defense need the stop. Great job getting the third down stop. They needed to force a punt. They got to get their offense.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. So this defense has to protect the lead, but they can also end the deal by putting the quarterback down. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll move the wide receiver. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
UCF.
First and 10 from their own 17. Looking downfield on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. Pulls it in on the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And this offense has got to get somewhere. Man, that's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
They'll run for it on third and short. He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Oh, they're after him. Hit as he throws. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and